Thank you, producer Brandon. Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County, about 50 miles south of Nashville, 25 miles south of Murfreesboro, in the lovely, and it looks like partly sunny, at least southern hills, southern middle Tennessee. It's that time of the month where we have the Bedford County Sheriff's Office. Normally, Sheriff Austin Swing coming in. He was unavailable today, so he sent his Chief Deputy, Nikia, Elliot, to talk about the various things going on in law enforcement here in Bedford County. Good morning, Nikia.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I always enjoy coming in, so appreciate you having me here this morning.
Roger that. I know you guys always start out with a few stats, so if you want to go ahead with that.
Yes, sir. In the month of August, a lot of miles this past month, 83,540 miles put on these patrol cars over the last month.
It's a big county.
It is a very big county, 475 square miles.
Mm-hmm.
So, it can take a minute to get from one end to the other. Looking at just some of the calls that our deputies dealt with on patrol this last month, 376 total investigations that they worked, including 77 vehicle accidents. 20 of those were accidents with injury.
That's a lot of folks hitting the ditch or hitting bumpers, and a couple a day or 2-3 a day anyway.
It is, and you know,
slow down, folks.
Among that, we had 442 traffic stops. You know, we've really we're getting a lot of complaints about traffic out in the county,
all over the county, right? People are complaining all over.
And a lot of people moving in here. Roads are more crowded, so we got to be extra careful out there. But we've made an effort to put a little bit more emphasis on trying to protect people out there, because 75 accidents just in the county. That's not counting the city. So just in the county, that's a lot.
That's a lot. So folks, just mind that statistic there. And you know what? All you got to do is slow down a little bit. You don't slow down a whole lot. Just slow down. A lot of the county roads are narrow roads.
Yes.
So your reaction time's not as much. So folks, just slow down out there, please.
Yeah, and that also included 77 motorist assist. People broke down on the side of the road needing assistance.
Well, that's good, because you know we always talk about those with the sheriff, because you know everybody thinks, well, deputies out there just arresting people, but that's a lot of time spent right there just helping folks out. You know, elderly lady broke down on the side of the road, whatever. Make sure to get that tire changed or get some help coming to them. So appreciate the deputies doing that.
No, absolutely. When you look at our mission statement, it doesn't say anywhere in there that our mission is to arrest. Our mission is to protect.
That's right.
And
that's right.
You know, that's what we're out there.
Well, and those motorist assists, they're a testament to that. So
17 aggravated or simple assault cases that we worked over the month. You know, 3 prowlers. So a lot of stuff going on here. 38 burglar alarms, but we did have a good month for burglaries. We only had 1 burglary
for the whole month.
For the whole month, that's a good month.
Let's emulate that again this month.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
We'd like to do.
Let's get to 0.
1 less.
Let's get to 0.
Yeah, looking in the jail, that jail, you know, it's filling up fast. 341 inmates. It's a 400-bed facility.
Say that number again.
341 is what we had in there. And I think actually over the last few days that number's been coming down to a little closer to 300, but 341 through the month of
think when
August.
You guys first transferred inmates in there, what was it, maybe 180?
Correct.
Something like that?
Correct.
I mean, that's okay. All right.
Well, I guess
I'm glad we got the space. I'm glad the commissioner's built a big enough jail.
Correct. Yeah, that really does help us. We're one of the very few counties in the state right now
not overcrowded,
that is not dealing with overcrowded.
Roger that.
But as you can see, we're
pushing towards that.
Way, yeah.
We're pushing. Is there still room in that jail to expand it?
There is. The way that jail was built, with some forethought in mind.
Right.
It's built in pods, and you can go in and add pods as needed instead of having to build a completely
whole new
jail.
So it's probably already plumbed, electricity, just got to build a new section in there.
We have 1 pod that we can expand into if we need to, that was not finished in.
Right.
And then from there, it would be just a matter of adding
sections.
Correct.
Okay. Well, hopefully we won't have to do that for another decade, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I think we're moving a little faster than that, though, aren't we?
We are. Total meals, that comes out to just under 30,000 meals served.
Busiest restaurant in Bedford County.
It is, and when you do the math on that for what we spend, it's coming out right now to about $1.50 per meal, which I know to most people, if you said, hey, you're going to be able to feed yourself for $1.50 per meal, you wouldn't expect very much out of that meal. But, buying in bulk the way we do, and just...
You guys buy by the truckload.
We do.
Because when somebody's in custody, you do have a responsibility to feed them, right? So
exactly. But, inflation hits us like it hits everybody else.
In foods where it's hit hard, right? Because the sheriff used to come in and talk about 98 cents a meal, 90. He finally said, we're done with that number.
Yeah, well, $1
just like the dollar store's done with being $1, right?
$1 was always our goal. Like, hey, let's try to maintain under $1. And we did get to a point over the last 2 or 3 years where we just had to give up on the dollar.
Yeah, we don't even talk about that anymore, do we? That's still very reasonable though, Chief. Yeah. At $1.50 or whatever. That's usually the tax on a drink or something nowadays.
Yeah.
Soft drink.
So yeah, other than that, we served about 800 warrants this month. That's always that's
800.
800
warrants. There's 30 days in a month. Do the math.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell
that's
you,
over 25 warrants a day.
And I can tell you, we don't bat 100% when we go looking for people. So
no, you have to look for some people a lot.
If I was to tell you the number of attempts that we make on warrants,
probably triple that number.
Oh, easily. So
I mean, and of course, when you say 800 warrants, that includes like civil process papers, arrest warrants, whatever, a little bit of everything. But a lot of people don't realize that sheriff's departments, unlike other law enforcement agencies, have that responsibility under the law. So
yes.
You've got to be able to serve papers and civil papers and everything else. And I know you got a team dedicated to that. So anyhow, folks, we're talking to Chief Deputy Nikia Elliot about some of the statistics involving law enforcement for last month here in Bedford County. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back.
At United Communications, we're more than just fast internet. We're your local connection to reliability and service you can count on right here in Bedford County. With fiber fast speeds and a team in your community, we keep you connected when it matters most. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from people who care. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications. Fast, local, internet.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care. Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at kincaidservice.com.
Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County. Looks like we had a switch out on producers in there. Producer Chase is in there now. Producer Brandon seemed to leave when you were talking about warrants being served. And he just left. So I don't know. I don't know what's going out near Cascade there where he's from. But anyhow, we're talking to the Chief Deputy Nikia Elliot about various law enforcement issues here in Bedford County. The sheriff wasn't able able to make it today. But I know you brought a special topic, Chief. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I did. Of course, this was kind of short notice. So,
Roger that.
But one thing that I've been going around and talking to a few groups about was the addition of the flock cameras and out in the county.
Tell the listeners what flock cameras are.
So, flock cameras are LPR cameras, which LPR are license plate readers.
License plate readers. They're not speed detectors.
They are not. They're not.
Okay.
These cameras have been in use for quite some time. In fact, our highway patrol has used them for a while, but usually these are mobile. They're mounted to
they were mounted on their patrol cars, right? They've been using them for at least 10 years or more, right?
Correct. Yeah. These will be stationary. They'll be spread throughout the county.
And the city of Shelbyville was already using them, right?
Shelbyville already has. In fact, this flock camera idea was born from a couple of different things, but back a couple of years ago when we were doing the VCIF grant, which was the Violent Crimes Initiative.
Yeah.
There was actually, of course, we used that grant to get put K9s in our patrol division.
Right.
But there was another part of that grant that was a collaborative grant, and actually the Shelbyville Police Department, Brian Cruz, when he was still there, had reached out to me about possibly doing a collaboration between departments for flock cameras, and he volunteered to write the grant, which made it even extra special for me.
Thank you, Brian. If you're listening out there.
Unfortunately, we didn't get that grant. It was first come, first serve, and we didn't get that grant.
Roger that.
But we felt like it was an important enough piece of technology that it was worth pursuing. So the city pursued it on their end, and we have pursued it through the county finances. The commission, as you know, voted to fund 14 cameras.
Absolutely.
Spread out around the community. And I've been going around just kind of talking about this with people, because when you start talking about technology, sometimes people get a little bit suspicious, and I understand it 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it just needs to be explained, right?
Exactly.
And that's what you're doing right now.
Exactly. So, I just want to explain what it is and explain what it's not. That may be more important.
Yep.
And just, what we feel like it will do to help the people.
Being in law enforcement 30 years myself, I will have to make this statement. Maybe you were going to make it. This is probably the biggest leap in useful tools for law enforcement since DNA came about. I mean, that's how big this is for solving a lot of crime and for helping people as well. So go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of technology comes along and it can be useful, but there are some game changers, and I feel like this is one of those. So as I kind of mentioned it earlier when I talked about the mission of Bedford County Sheriff's Office was to protect life and property.
Right.
That's a short part of our mission, but to do that, a lot of emergency services are reactive. You have a fire, you hit a response to that fire with the fire department.
Somebody's having a heart attack, you get a call.
Exactly.
Ambulance shows up.
But for us to be successful in our mission to truly protect the county, then we have to be more proactive, because we want to prevent crime. It's not just responding to crime after it happens. We want to prevent it. Right. And so tools like this really come in handy and help us do that. When we look at the things that we feel like these cameras, we know that these cameras will help us with. You can kind of break this down into 5 different categories. One of those would be crime deterrence, because that's always our number one goal. If you look at...
Let's just don't have it happen.
Exactly. That goes back to the beginning.
Go somewhere else.
The foundation of law enforcement is the absence of crime is the true measure, not how you respond to it. So... Anyway, these cameras do provide a deterrent factor just because people know that they exist. It makes you think twice about committing a crime when you know...
Oh, there's nothing secret about them. You can see them.
That there's another...
And you guys are advertising it. Yeah.
Correct. So, and also, we don't have... the number of deputies that we feel like we really need.
Well, this is a force multiplier.
And that's exactly
It's a lot cheaper than hiring a deputy.
It's 14 extra sets of eyes that don't sleep, don't take vacation, they don't have sick days, and they don't need insurance packages.
Roger that.
So it's not going to... It will not replace a deputy, but it certainly does.
It's a force multiplier.
It is a force multiplier.
Yep.
Now, the second part of that is we do know that crime will be committed. And as part of the deterrence.
That's a given, like the sun coming up.
Yes, and as part of the deterrence, the faster we can solve crimes and prosecute offenders, again, that's another way to make people think twice about committing crime.
The word spreads in that criminal community. Yeah.
We can also, restore victims quicker. A lot of people don't realize that once a crime is committed, for the victim of that crime, it doesn't end right there.
That's a long journey for a victim.
You want to restore those victims as soon as you possibly can, even though you maybe can't fully restore them.
Right.
So it will absolutely help us solve crime. The other thing that these cameras do is provide us early notification. We know that crime doesn't just stay within the boundaries of Bedford County or Rutherford County or Coffee County or even the state of Tennessee. So the way these cameras work is they run license plates as they come through, and they're not actually dialing into the information, but if these vehicles have been entered into NCIC as wanted people, sex offenders, missing persons,
Alzheimer patients that have driven off your grandma or somebody, right?
Yes, these cameras will notify us that, hey,
kids taken by a non-custodial parent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fourth would be those missing children.
Or missing children, right? Yeah.
I'm a father of a child on the autism spectrum,
right?
And I can tell you that I've had a child that was missing for a short period of time.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying. Yes, it is.
It's the most terrifying experience ever. And there was no foul play, and he was located, but, for some people, that's not the case. Yeah. These cameras are hooked into the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They're hooked into the Amber Alert system. So if there is a child out there missing and we have even a partial vehicle description, then we'll get notifications that will help us locate those children even faster. And then, of course, one area that it has already helped us in more than once, and we don't even have our cameras up yet, is the elderly. That's a big deal. We have a lot of people in the community that are elderly and maybe suffering with Alzheimer's or dementia. They still
various cognitive issues.
Yes, they still have a driver's license.
Yep.
And unfortunately, they can become lost. And from your time at EMA and all the experience you have,
get in their car and leave.
Finding them quickly
is tough.
And it's important because they become easy targets for crime, and they're also susceptible to the environment itself.
Exactly.
So, when we have situations like that, if we have a vehicle description at all, we can enter that into the system, and we can locate those people. That actually I can tell you exactly when it was. It was during the fair. I remember when I was at the fair when I got the call that we had a missing elderly lady, and we located her by a flock camera crossing the Tennessee-Alabama line. She was located. She was returned. Everything was fine.
She was safe. Okay.
However, I don't know without that flock camera that would have been
she may have made her way to Texas or something and still not be found, and unfortunately been a victim of a crime herself.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think, when you look at being able to find folks that have those kind of cognitive issues and stuff and missing children, what a great tool to be able to do all that.
Yes, and what makes this system different than most other systems is two things. Number one, it has what they call vehicle fingerprint technology, which means we don't necessarily have to have a tag number or a full tag number.
So a victim could give you a description of a white pickup truck with, a blue door on it.
Absolutely.
And it's a white, something like that. You can put that in the system?
We can search it, and any camera around there during a specific time frame, if there's a vehicle that matches that description, it will pull it up for us, and that helps us develop leads.
Man, that's a heck of some algorithms there.
Yeah, it is. And now, of course, all of this there's a human element to it. It's all verified by human. You don't just depend on the system because everything is subject to make a mistake. So
it's just a tool.
It is. That's all it is a tool. It's
not a conclusion.
Leads. Exactly.
Especially for crimes, right?
Yes.
It's not a conclusion, but it's a tool. It gives you leads.
Yes. And our policy is that if we do receive a lead or a tip from flock, then the officer responds, then the officer verifies that information themselves, so like anything else.
Certainly.
What it does not do, this camera takes still images. It does not take video. It doesn't use facial recognition of any kind.
It's just the license plate.
Exactly. It doesn't record sound. It doesn't detect speed. It's not looking for traffic offense.
That's the biggest question I hear people go, y'all putting them speed detectors out? It's got nothing to do with speed.
And to be honest,
that has to be around in Tennessee. That's a live officer doing that.
Yeah, that would overwhelm us so quickly that we wouldn't be able to operate.
We don't even want that. Yeah, we don't even want that. So
it does capture that data, and that data that it captures is held for 30 days.
I know Tennessee even passed a law. Tennessee supports using flock cameras. The legislature, they passed a law, though, where the data can only be held for so long. But I know
90 days.
This company actually holds it less than that.
Yes. Yeah. The state law says 90 days. This company holds it for 30 days. If it's not needed at that time, then it's deleted.
It's dumped, yep.
The information is also owned by Bedford County. We own that data.
Okay.
That data is not sold to a third party. It's fully encrypted in the AWS cloud, which is the most secure cloud out there. So the only way it will be held past that 30 days is if it becomes part of a criminal investigation, and then we hold it with our criminal investigation files.
As you would with any other information you get for a criminal investigation.
The second part of this, I think that is really the game changer with this system, is that it integrates with other systems. As I talked about a while ago, crime doesn't stay in Bedford County. The county borders don't hold much. So
if a car you're looking for hits on a camera in North Carolina,
yes, I can search it too. The first case that we ever had that even utilized flock cameras, and this is where we really knew that this technology would be valuable, was, again, it was a missing person. And a family had reported that she was missing. We had a detective that was just communicating with an agency up north in Kentucky. There was some information that we knew that might have been the direction that this party went. They happened to have flock cameras. They put the vehicle information in their system, and we ended up locating that female in Kentucky, and I think it was Illinois or Indiana that she ended up going to, and then came back to East Tennessee, and that's where she was located at. But, that's a case where we didn't even have flock cameras. The agency that put her in the system, that's not where she was located. But just having those cameras, you're able to access not only cameras in Bedford County, but cameras in Coffee County, cameras in Rutherford County, cameras in Lincoln County. They're coming on the system, and other states. So,
because folks, whether it's criminals or Alzheimer, whatever, they don't stay just in one county.
Absolutely.
So you need that force multiplier.
Yeah,
that's good. Anything else about that program you want to talk about, Chief? I know you got a ton of information.
That's it. I do have a lot. I know we don't have a lot of time. I could talk about this for a long time. I'm so excited about this. I think this is really going to be a game changer for us and for law enforcement in general. Helping
us solve crime faster.
Yes.
Which helps victims.
Yes.
Helping catch folks with cognitive issues or whatever you want to call it.
Correct.
That need to be brought back to their families, and missing and exploited children that could be out there that have been taken. I mean, it's just there's so many different ways that this is helpful in law enforcement and helping keep our citizens safe. So I appreciate you guys at the Sheriff's Office getting innovative with technology and moving on and doing that. And I know in partnership, I know the Shelbyville Police Department's doing the same thing. Yes. Have been doing it for a while.
And they've been very successful.
And I know the chief has come in and talked about some of the crimes they've solved using the flock cameras, and some pretty serious crimes. So anything else you want to talk about today, Chief?
That's all I have, unless you've got a question you need answered.
No, I can't think of anything right now, but I just want to remind folks, appreciate you coming in today, though, Chief, and I know the sheriff wasn't able to make it, so I appreciate you coming in and talking to the listening audience out there, what's going on in law enforcement here in Bedford County, and all the men and women of the Sheriff's Department for keeping our folks safe here in Bedford County. Hear compliments all the time about what you guys are doing out there. So we do appreciate it. Know the citizens of the residents of the community appreciate it. And I appreciate you coming in and talking about that program and kind of clearing up probably maybe some misconceptions and stuff of what's going on with the license plate readers and that sort of thing. Folks, today is the anniversary of 9/11, that cowardly terrorist attacks that happened in several places, 3 places around the country. Gosh, it's hard to believe. 24 years ago now. Every 9/11, I wear my Pentagon pass right here as a reminder. And, you know, people talk about the first counterattack against those terrorists being in Afghanistan, but the first counterattack was technically in the skies over Pennsylvania when those citizens who were just ordinary citizens decided to fight back. And we appreciate what they did and how brave they were that day. So, folks, just remember all the over 3,000 people that died that day 24 years ago in New York City, Pennsylvania, and in Washington, D.C. area. Again, Chief, we thank you coming in today and talking to the various law enforcement issues here in Bedford County. We also want to thank our sponsors for these shows that are coming in: United Communications, Fast Local Internet, Dr. Dale Hasty Family Eye Care, because your eyes are a precious thing, and Kincaid Service Company, where service has been their middle name since 1934. Folks, we have 10 government-related talk shows here every month. You can get your information wherever you want to get it, but if you want to hear it straight from the horse's mouth about what's really going on and get the straight truth, you just tune in right here at WLIJ 98.7 FM. Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. Till next time.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.
United Communications builds connections you can rely on. Whether it's fast internet for your home or business, our fiber network is designed for your community. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from real people. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications, fast, local internet.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool, and triple-stranded pocketed coils give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company. 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station. 931-684-5662.
Classic Country lives at 98.7 and AM 1580 WLIJ. Download WLIJ 98.7 on the App Store or Google Play.